going to a shady part of town to pay a street hooker to piss on me.
Yeah, dude.
In my last video, I made the point that I was completely broke when Jackass came out on MTV. And one of you in the comments section politely asked, how the hell could that be possible? And I'll tell you, I didn't make very much money on the first season of Jackass. I got paid per bit that I shot, and if the bit was like dangerous where I could get hurt, I was to be paid $500. If it was just kind of funny, I was to be paid $200. And after all the filming, I only asked to be paid $500 for 2 bits, the shark hugging and the elephant poo, which means I made $200 for swallowing a goldfish, butt stapling, street fishing, and I don't even know if they paid me for the others. You know, now that I think about it, I do believe butt stapling was a $500 bit. But at the end of the day, I made less than $1,500 after taxes for the entire first season of Jackass. No residuals, no nothing. And by the time the show came out, that money was long gone. And I was famous. Not Tom Cruise famous, but I got recognized pretty regularly wherever I went. Cops were excited to see me for the first time. All of a sudden, hot chicks wanted to talk to me. I was getting laid with hot chicks. My life was totally different. And being completely broke in that situation is just weird. So I was desperate for money. And the very first people that reached out to me with a paying gig, I couldn't sell my soul fast enough. I signed up to film Jackass bits for them at $500 a bit. And they ended up making a DVD out of it, which to this day, people ask me to sign copies of. And it just fucking hurts my soul, dude. The first bit I did was at the car dealership and asking to go on a test drive while peeing myself, which was a great idea. Like, I'm standing by that one even today.
So what you do, peeing on yourself?
Yeah, I got this bladder problem, dude.
You can't get in the car like that.
I can't?
No, man.
Oh, man.
No.
God, see, I'm always squirting like that, dude. It's like, I can't go half an hour without pissing myself, dude, seriously.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's like, I mean...
How we know you ain't gonna piss in the car?
I probably will,
You
dude.
know what I'm saying?
And then that night, I filmed Bad Clown, where I went against everything I was taught in clown college by misbehaving in clown makeup, which was satisfying for me. I also did a bit where I was trying to break pumpkins with my head, which I don't recommend. It's Concussion City, and the bit wasn't even that funny. I also licensed my entire lifetime of video footage to that company for, I think, another $1,500. So I was chilling for a little bit, and after the 3rd episode of Jackass aired, I got a call from the executive producer saying, it's a hit. It's the #1 show in like the history of MTV for any half-hour program. And we know we're gonna have to pay you on the next contract, so we're gonna give you $2,000 per episode, and MTV loves it so much they're gonna order 16 episodes. And so I'm sitting there thinking, 16 times 2,000, that's $32,000. I'm fucking rich. But of course, after taxes, it was only $20,000, and I wasn't gonna see any of it for some time anyway, which really sucked because we were filming the 2nd season of Jackass, and I had no fucking money. They're ripping off my eyebrows, and I'm fucking broke. It was a weird situation. Jackass was such a hit. Bam was selling more skateboards than Tony Hawk, getting filthy rich. Shows up at the Audi dealership, buys 2 cars. I couldn't afford 2 Whoppers. So I called up that company telling them that I needed to film more stuff for them just to stay afloat. And they flew me out to New York City with no eyebrows. And one of the bits I filmed in New York City was mummifying myself in saran wrap and then going to a shady part of town to pay a street hooker to piss on me, which I legitimately did.
I just want you to pee on my leg.
Okay.
You can get me pretty wet. Yeah.
And if that's not entertainment, I don't know what is. So that trip ended, and I went back to Florida with enough money to last me until I got paid for Jackass Season 2, which meant a check for $10,000 showed up. And I was like, dude, I called up Jeff Tremaine. I said, yo, I've never even heard of $10,000. And when this check shows up, I'm putting it in the bank. And before it even clears, I'm getting in the car and driving cross country to move to LA.
Yeah, dude.
And he said, you're not driving anywhere until you give me a list of bits to film in each state between Florida and California. And I did, and he flew out a crew, and we did a whole fucking production across country.
Get him?
And when I got to LA, everybody said, oh, you better strike while the iron's hot. Your show's gonna get canceled. You're gonna be a flash in the pan, a has-been. And it was so scary. And I'm like, fuck, you know, like, fuck you. I'll make the iron hot. And I think that, like, that has a lot to do with why I just never stopped hustling, man, because I don't know. But hustling, there's something to be said for it, is what I believe. And I also believe in the like button. So smash that fucking thing and keep leaving comments, because I do check them out and it means so much to me. Like, what a wonderful, healthy fucking community I have on this channel. You know, like, I really, really appreciate all the wonderful things that you guys say, man. And fuck, what else? All the people who have bought books, man. Like, so many orders came in. I had to sign fucking like over 300 books yesterday. And getting those out there, I can't even tell you how much it means to me. So, fucking A. I'm grateful for all of you. And may your dreams come true, motherfuckers. Yeah.